Hello and welcome to another episode of Atomic Vinyl Reviews. My name's Jacob, and today, as you can see, we're doing something a little bit different. So, first of all, Happy New Year. I'm a little bit late to the party with all of that, but this is my first video of 2023, and as you can see, we're in a very different place. You can see I got my doggy, Coffee. She is just chewing on a pig's ear of all things, and this nice little lawn. And I have a few packages here to do an unboxing. So the reason we're here today is because over the course of the Christmas and New Year weeks of 2022, basically we had to move out and find a different place to live. So this is the second time I've ever moved. It's been exciting, but very, very stressful. Our landlord, who we found out was a bit of a snake, decided to raise the rent on us without giving us the proper notice or anything, and we're kind of screwed over by that. And so, yeah, we had to move, and it was just so much in so short a time. I think we spent like the first 3 or 4 days looking at places, then we luckily got approved for a place, but that night was so stressful because we were like, oh, maybe we'll get this place. Luckily we did manage to get the place that was like the best one that we looked at. And then after that, the whole moving process was like really, really fast and chaotic, and we didn't have time to like label things and like put them in like boxes that were like properly sorted. We just kind of chucked everything into boxes regardless of what category it was, and had it moved over. Yeah, lots of other side stresses in that process. And then after that, the following time that we were like moved in here, we had to basically clean the old place like really well, to the point where I was losing my mind even being in that space because it was just so mind-numbingly tedious and boring. Just because we want to get our bond back for for the previous spot, because our landlord turned out to be a bit of a snake. So if they find anything to complain about, then they will, no matter how insignificant, I'm pretty sure. But on the bright side, we have this lovely place where a little Coffee can actually have a lawn to run around, which is a far cry from our previous place. So that's really awesome. I'm still filming this out here actually because my room where I'm going to have my figures and stuff set up, my collection, is currently like a storage room for everything, for all our stuff. So it's not really a good place to film. And this is just a lovely day. Coffee's out here, so I figured I could do the unboxing here, and have a coffee with Coffee and you guys and some lovely figures, hopefully. Let's jump right in. So we have two boxes here. One is obviously from HobbyLink Japan, the other is from Bandai. So this is actually a box that came with a bunch of stuff from the Godzilla Store. Very exciting. This box is tiny, as you can see. This box is massive. It was also very expensive to ship. Believe it or not, I think there's exactly the same amount and generally the same size of figure in this little thing as there is in this box. So I'm kind of on the fence about ever using Bandai again. I might just go back to Zen Market in the future, which is another like proxy buyer that I was using before Bandai became like the standard one for the Godzilla Store, because I bought like a bunch of stuff from the Godzilla Store and you could only buy it like separately. You couldn't have it like sent over in bulk from the Godzilla Store and then they would send it to you straight away. So they had to like consolidate it all into one package, obviously. I haven't opened this thing, but by the looks of it, they just shoved those packages into one massive box instead of opening them up and putting them into an appropriately sized box. And thus the shipping price was so high. Like, I was like flabbergasted when I saw the price, but I had already paid for the figures, and like they kind of put me in an awkward position where like I really didn't have any options here, so I had to pay the bloody expensive shipping. So these figures are no longer really worth it in my mind, for given what I paid for them. But I mean, they're here anyway, so I may as well dive in and enjoy them. But yeah, I'm not really happy with Bai at the moment as a service. But let's dive right in. We got a nice package, probably some lovely Bandai vinyls as usual. I will also add, I have a bunch of videos that will be coming out on my channel in the near future that are still from the old place. So if you're confused as to why like this video is coming out here and then those ones are coming out later, it's because I don't always put up my videos in chronological order, nor do I put up my videos anywhere near when I record them, just because life gets in the way, which is a little bastardization of the quote from Jurassic Park, life finds a way. I don't know if this is even gonna open up like this, we'll see. Just hold on a sec. Alright, so let's just see what Coffee's doing. She's making some weird noises. Coffee! What you doing? Being very suspicious. Anyway, I opened these off screen, both of them. When I say opened, I didn't like look inside, I just cut the tape, so it's just easier this way. I'm sorry. I know it's not a true unboxing if I do it this way, but it's the only way that I can get to do this with these handheld phone videos. So let's open it up, see what we got from Hobby Link Japan. Good old Hobby Link Japan. Nicely packaged. They packaged stuff like this before on a little tray. Nice. Okay, let's dig right in. This is going to be fun. Should do more of these outside unboxings. Hopefully it's coming out nicely for you guys, but it's just a nice atmosphere in general for me. Anyway, we got some Shin Ultraman figures here. So here we got what is this guy called? Zeton or something like that, I believe. I have not seen Shin Ultraman yet, because I don't think it's come out internationally yet. I'm really hoping they screen it here in Australia. So, really excited to see Shin Ultraman. But I have been playing a mobile game, Godzilla Battle Line, a lot recently. It's been like the one thing keeping me sane through these this whole moving process, really. And this is one of the characters there, because aside from Godzilla characters in that game, there is a bunch of like other Toho characters and stuff, and this is one of them. So I decided to get the Bandai vinyl of this character, because given how much I love Shin Godzilla, I think I will at least enjoy Shin Ultraman. Even though I'm such a big Godzilla fan, I've like barely dived into Ultraman, and I really should, because it's like just a really closely connected franchise, so you'd think I'd be a little bit deeper in there, but yeah, I think Shin Ultraman will be kind of my proper introduction. This is a really interesting kaiju alien monster or whatever it is. I really dig this like texture they have going on their legs here. Guessing they're wearing some sort of like suit armor thing. That's really cool. It feels nice. No real articulation in the elbows here or anything, just at the shoulders. Really weird sort of face, like an orchid petal or something. Really space age and cool. I don't really have much to say about this one. It's a cool figure. I think it comes with a little tag and a stand in this little baggie. That's cool. Yeah, not much to say because I have not actually seen Shin Ultraman yet, but it looks like there's more kaiju in this film than I was expecting. Like, from the trailers that we saw a while back, there was only like the two kaiju, like, I forgot what they're called. I actually have figures of them already, but just like the two sort of normal looking kaiju. Well, as normal as you can for, you know, Ultraman kaiju, but I guess there's a lot more tokusatsu designs in this film, and this is one of them. Cool. I figured I'd get one of these Bandai Movie Monster Series Destroyer figures, because I had heard that they're actually pretty decent, and Destroyer is, you know, awesome kaiju, and I kind of wanted to compare this thing to, like, you know, the recent Playmates figure, or my Monster Arts one and all that. So far, looking pretty sweet. Not a bad Destroyer figure. Also got these little wings molded to the back here, as a lot of these figures do. Really cool tag. Nice look at Destroyer there. Nice. So this guy looks like he probably wouldn't scale all that well with the Burning Godzilla from the same line. This one, yeah, it looks like he's about in that 6-inch scale, as in like he's about 6 inches tall, 16 centimeters for you guys using the metric system like me. Typical of a lot of these Bandai vinyls, he's not really bigger to kind of stand eye to eye properly with like Burning Godzilla, which I did unbox a little while back. I'm not sure if that video's up yet. That figure is a little derpy looking, but I'm still happy I got it. Speaking of derpy looking, I couldn't resist. These are, I haven't really watched much of any of this show. I don't even remember if I remember what it's called, because it's in like Japanese here. Yeah, I think it's like a YouTube show of like little shorts of these like really chibi versions of classic Godzilla characters, and it's all in Japanese and whatnot. And yeah, I have not really seen much of it, but I've gotten a few of these figures just because, I mean, look at this. This is such a cute little Anguirus. That's adorable. I love this thing. Like, again, not super familiar with this design from the show specifically, so I don't know how like accurate it is. Although I can actually look at the tag here. I might have a little image. I've gotten like this one and this one, I think, from this one. There's the little Anguirus there. Yeah, just a whole bunch of kaiju here. Really fun. I should look more into this show. But look at that. That is just the cutest little Anguirus. Just as a figure, it's really nice. It's like a chibi Bandai vinyl type thing. Nice sort of dry brushing over the spines here. Actually, better paintwork on this thing than some of their more like proper Bandai vinyls of like actual monsters. Is weird. Interesting. And of course I got the little baby Rodan in the egg. So if you've seen the original Rodan film, you get this reference. That's really cute as well. Just molded in 2 pieces, the legal information, Toho, that stuff on the back. Oh no, the wings are separate bits as well. So molded in like 4 bits. That's still really cute. little bird face on them. So yeah, not much to say about these other than they're really cute, and yeah, I like them. All right, now for the Godzilla Store stuff. This is where we get really interesting. Yeah, again, really pricey. So I have just opened it to a degree, but not actually opened it. Yeah, it looks like they just shoved in the boxes. Oh my god. Why? You were meant to like, this is meant to reduce shipping, to like consolidate these into, yeah, Zen Market didn't do this kind of thing. I mean, this is really good to protect them, but like seriously, you don't need all this cardboard and packaging, and it was expensive to do. I would be much happier if these were in like this size box for this like postage price. What do you think, Coffee? Coffee? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna cut away and just like pull these out and like get the tape like pre-cut and all that on each of these. So as you can see, I've pulled these out and pre-cut these boxes, and I just wanted to show you guys. Cool thing is, these actually come with like actual Godzilla Store branded tape. That's really cool. I wonder if I can like salvage that just to kind of have, or yeah, that would be pretty sweet. I want a roll of Godzilla Store tape. That'd be sweet. Anyhow, let's open these up, see what we have, and oh my god. I was looking forward to this one. God. Come on, get out of the bloody thing. Varan. So, sorry, I'll just see if there's anything else in here really quick before we look at him. We got like, I'm guessing that's the purchase information and whatnot, and just crumpled paper. So this is even excessive packaging, I'd say, this whole box for this one figure. We'll plop that down there. Coffee, don't eat it. No, she's distracted by God only knows what. Varan. Exciting. Get out of here, Varan. Oh man, I was really hyped for this figure. I think I actually tried to order 2, but they wouldn't let me. For some reason, they had like a limit of 1 per customer. Fun fact, I actually have Varan the Invincible, or the whatever the Japanese version is. I don't even remember if it's the American cut or the Japanese cut, but I have the movie on DVD. I've not watched it yet. So that's really bad. Bad, Jacob, for not watching Varan. But this is really cool. Really cool. I was really tempted to get a Varan from YMSF back in the day, but their figure, I just found the detailing to be really mushy and like just not up to the like YMSF standard. Plus, they're really expensive, so I'm trying to cut back on YMSF figures anyway. But when this Bandai vinyl was like announced, I was super hyped because look at the detail in this thing. It is just a really cool representation of like a really unique looking kaiju. Varan's really cool. I hope we see more of Varan and more like Godzilla media in the future. Yeah, the paintwork on this one is really flat, like I mentioned, but look at that sculpt. Like, really nice. This is like really nice, especially for a Bandai vinyl, especially like, you know, compared to some of the older stuff that Bandai has put out. This is really sweet. That's good. I like it a lot. I wish I did get 2, because my plan was like to get one of them and then like get a second one so I could sell it to, you know, because importing these from the Godzilla store is kind of difficult. So I'm sure somebody here in Australia would be pretty keen to buy one, even, you know, like marked up a little bit just to help me pay for my one, if it means avoiding like having to go through this process with Buyee and all of that. So, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe, I don't remember. I think they did only send 1, but we'll see what else is in here. In a second box, I'm pretty sure this one's all empty though. Yeah, there's nothing really else in here. Coffee, dearest. Just leave that alone, okay? Good girl. All right. Sorry about all the shaky cam. What have we got? Oh yeah, this is exciting. We got 84. We got Bandai of Godzilla 84, a remold or a remake of the memorial box figure from back in the day, and we got 2 of them because the same reason I wanted 2 Varans actually. If you've been a long-time viewer of my channel, you'd know that I actually already technically have a version of this figure. And that is the bootleg version, which I repainted and modified the mouth so it was actually even better than a Bandai vinyl where I cut out the teeth. But this sculpt, again, one of Bandai's best. This is just a really... How do I get him in focus? Come on, get in focus. Just a really good representation of the 84 suit, and it looks so good here. I love that kind of blue tinge to the spines here. They're just beautifully painted. They do kind of end there, where that's, you know, typical of Bandai. For some reason, they're just like, well, we can't really paint all the way up the tail, because that would be too good, wouldn't it? Claws are nicely painted, and it's just, it's not really... It's so much less derpy looking than the bootleg version, like right out of the box here, paint-wise especially, because the bootleg one actually had a decent representation of this sculpt. It was just the paint. Look at that, and I got a nice tag, Godzilla 1984. Yeah, I was excited for this one. I might do a separate video just about like comparing this one to my version and the bootleg version. That'll be interesting, but it's really good, really good. This sculpt, this figure, one of Bandai's best. I wish they would really hold to this kind of sculpt quality with their figures, because they knocked it out of the park with this one. Yeah, another reason why I wanted to get 2 of these. One last box. Slide it over. See what we got in here. Open it up. We have the paper on top this time, and what is this? Oh, Godzilla Battle Line! That's sweet. It's a sticker, I think. I don't know. Okay, some stuff on the back that I might translate later, but this looks like a sticker, which is awesome because I've spent so many hours playing this game. So many hours. Like, this game has become my life now. And had this like arrived any earlier, like a few weeks earlier, I wouldn't have a clue what this was referencing, actually, because I actually never really looked up if there was any like phone games recently for Godzilla and stuff like that. But let's see what we got in here. Okay, we have Gigan Rex. So I'm gonna just pull out the other figure that I know it has to be in here, and then I'll give you guys some context for what these are. Here he is. Here he is, Godzilla. Yeah. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Anything else in here? Paper. Lots of paper. I'll see if there's any other little tidbits and goodies like after I'm finished filming this video in some of these other boxes like this thing. But let's talk about these two. So for Godzilla Day 2022, there was a couple of short films put out. One of them was this CG animated film, which was a battle Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex. And I'd been sort of loosely following the progress of this film for a while, and I wasn't really a huge fan of this particular design while the film was sort of in progress when I first saw like the initial teasers and stuff. What kind of became apparent when I actually saw the full film, and everyone's like aware of this now, this Godzilla is meant to be Junior from the Heisei series post Godzilla vs. Destroyer. And once I found that out, like, the design really grew on me, because like I could see how they actually modified and interpreted Junior's design from like Godzilla vs. Destroyer and changed him to look like a fully grown Godzilla. Like, you could see like the sort of slightly elongated snout and like the eyes and everything like that, sort of more indicative of Junior in particular from the Heisei era in this design. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, when I watched the film, I teared up. I was really not expecting to. Like, at the time, going through some kind of heavy stuff I'm not really going to touch on, but basically life had been kind of hard and stressful, and stuff was going on, and seeing Junior, like this character that I knew and loved and had like seen, you know, growing up in these movies and not connected with since then for so long, seeing them like all grown up and still like battling it out and staying strong and like just reconnecting with them. Something about that, like, weirdly just really emotionally got to me, and I teared up watching that short, which is not a reaction I think anyone was expecting, or given the like a film of like two monsters, well, not two monsters, there's actually a lot of Gigans, but like just monsters battling it out in a CG film. Not expecting that, but it really got to me. And even though I originally wasn't planning on getting this figure, after actually having that experience, I knew this would actually be a really kind of important figure to get. I couldn't pass on this one after that. It kind of ended up meaning a lot to me after that. So yeah, Grown Up Godzilla Jr. Really cool. And of course we got the Gigan from this the film, the Gigan Rex. So actually like more penguin Gigans, I guess is a cool way to call them, like the more regular Gigans, and this is like their sort of big boss Queen Gigan, or whatever you want to call it, from that film. And I kind of wish they'd also put out a version of like the regular Gigans, because I kind of actually like the design of like, the more standard Gigans from that short a bit more than I do the sort of red Gigan Rex which is what this one's called. Even though this one is pretty cool, it looks very Ultraman-ish, like an Ultraman kaiju, because they can be really wacky from Ultraman, but it's like this really sort of sleek, penguin-like design. It's really weird. Let's take a look at what the tags actually have. I have, yeah, no idea what that says. Movie Monster Series, Bandai, 2022. But yeah, these are pretty cool. And this is how they kind of stand together. They're about at the same height. Let's take a look at this, yeah, Godzilla Jr. Yeah, I don't know, he has like this kind of objectively ugly design, but like once I saw that it was Junior, it's like, oh my god, it's you. It like all just clicked. We kind of weird design, sort of more organic shapes and tones, very sort of jagged spines. Yeah, good figure of him. Good figure of this one here. Interesting that there's no like picture on these tags, it's just kind of the writing, but you know, still cool. So I'll just kind of compare them size-wise. I think they are like the standard sort of 6-inch scale size that you'd expect from Bandai vinyls. I got them there next to the 84, which is like, in a way, technically his adopted father, given how you interpret the sort of time travel mumbo-jumbo from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and how that explains which Godzilla ends up in the rest of the Heisei series. There's a few interpretations of how that goes down, but pretty much from what most people I think agree is like this Godzilla is like the Heisei Godzilla in the first film, so you kind of have the continuation of the lineage. Really cool. Anyways, this video is getting kind of long, and I know it's been rambly and out of focus and shaky and all that, so I do apologize. But I just wanted to make a nice casual sort of unboxing video, because it's been really full on lately with the move and everything, and not really in a ready and set up to do proper videos. But I hope you enjoyed this. I definitely enjoyed filming in this new location with my little puppy Coffee. Coffee, say bye to the people. Okay, I'm just playing with the plant. Anyways, I'll see you in one of my future videos, but until then, may all your vinyl be irradiated vinyl. Over and out.